Sometimes I can't understand why is it so important for me to be authentic. At times it gets in the way. Because as I rise in my community, in humanity, I find it oh so pressing to incorporate the ways of the many into more and more of my daily activities. Let's talk about it. This is Foundation for Elevation Station. My name is Leon Meredith, and I have been on a journey to continuously elevate myself within the ranks of humanity. And it's so mind-boggling to me to actually go through this process and see how even the greatest of us are pressured at every step of the way to incorporate behaviors and methods as the overall majority of people that we see. I don't know if I want to put the word that comes to mind right now, but it makes me feel a certain type of way to do all I can to be authentic, but then you have to project in a way that is one of the sheeple. No offense. Many of us believe that the way in which we carry our lives is cool, it's fun, real. But in all actualhood, no, not in real, not in actuality. It's not. It is a life-sucking death style that the atmosphere is made to draw people in to produce other outcomes from the majority of the people that practice that behavior. This is where I really go deep, but I'm gonna throw this on Instaface also. This is what's really going on in humanity. Back to the point, I have always been me. And I don't want to pat myself on the back about how great and different I am, because the truth is, in the matter, we are all a kind of being. God says we are our own kind. There are many kinds of beings. Humans are one kind. They say, from my studies, what I believe, and God tells me, we have the ability to be greater than damn near all of other beings. But it's not going to be all of us. This is why it is a hierarchy. Maybe it's the 144,000. Is it the 144,000 that's living at a certain point that will elevate to a certain level? Maybe that's the Star Trek people. I don't know. I'm just throwing darts in the dark. But you should feel me. It's a overwhelming drive in my spirit that was there since 3 or 4 years old. I was writing some stuff the other day, and I was thinking vividly, expressing thoughts of then in my mind. Be authentic. Do not be like, you know how I realized it. I used to be in the house and no one was paying attention to me. 3, 4 years old, and I was staying on Outhwaite. It's a small street where the first projects was made in Ohio. In all of Ohio, these were the first projects. So I was there after they was made 40, 50 years, and I was in my room a lot, and I used to look out the window, and I remember watching people, the way their body was making it through the snow. It's like I was watching people walk, how their knees and ankles and how their strength was walking through the snow and the snow. Because in Cleveland, Ohio, snow used to be waist deep most of the winter. And I would watch people walking down the street through the recreation center called Lonnie Burton. And it was very informative to me to watch how certain people had the strength and how some people didn't. I would watch people fall. They was feeble or overweight. And I always not had value. I always like felt, and not envy, I can't find the word right now. I felt like I wanted to be the people that navigated the snow the best. I said, man, look at that person. I said, it ain't even effortlessly to them. I ain't saying the words, obviously, but back, I remember thinking like, man, it's effortless to that person. I want to be that. Like, I want to navigate through stuff and not be, affected. And it's that mindset settled in my life. Quite ironically, that I want to not be affected by no outside circumstances. I don't want to be affected by somebody say, yay! That don't affect me. Glad, sad, happy, thankful, that like it's okay, yeah, keep me. Or if somebody say, boo, or you ain't got no money, it's like, that don't affect me. It never did. It's as though, my mindset have made many into they I always watch my words. I love us humankind. And I love the great ones that want positive things from humankind also, that's not part of humankind. But it's a lot of them, a lot that want to pillage us. That feels as though we are some young children compared to the millions of years a lot of these races have been conscious. I know a lot of you haven't really heard this and you wanted more information now just as a point of interest, but it really is not a novelty. It is the truth. And the greatest of us is always on the lookout for the greatest of us to be authentic, to be great, None of us, we never want to admit we are like a clone or a copycat, or I always take ideas from other people. And I know we build off of things. There's many people not. All the time they watch me and listen to what I say. You know, many people look at the things that I say just to sit back and try to critique where they feel I went wrong. But the truth of the matter is, we have become so gifted at being haters, at being, finding any fault that ain't even a fault. It's like we could just make it in the fault with our command of language, with our command of just being a pessimistic type of race of people, especially in America, and especially right now in communities like mine. We have said all day, we need to love each other, but it just never translates through. And the people that have a little love and they want to express it, they too afraid. They sit back, they know that everybody else will go against them. So they leave a man like me to battle until I can get so many people to like me that's really haters. And then the people that really ain't too strong, that's way in the back, like, I want to support, I want to do this and that. You work it out with some haters, and then they'll help a little bit. So you find out that you on a journey. I'm on a journey of just being authentic. Oh, okay, I'm authentic. I know this. People know this. People try to shame me for being, in their eye, weird, because I'm not a clone. I'm just not part of the herd of sheeple. And all respect. But you got to know that we got corporations, political governments, dark forces that do all they can to create so many systems to box you into levels of programming that fit in so many ways. It's a lot of us that have a whole lifespan of programs within us that we believe is a cool thing to do, and we could defend it to the death. Oh, this is what we do. Oh man, it tastes good. Now, how you gonna do something that don't taste good? Now, like it's we just at a place where the programming is dominant. We gotta sit down and reevaluate what exactly is going on in humanity. It's not what we think it is. And the overwhelming greatest force, some of us call God, but a lot of us are unable to, truly understand the complexities of God. If I was to tell you the unadulterated truth, you may lose some of your love for God because it's not as you envision. And I know we have those documented words to describe God. Oh, it's a spirit. Oh, it's I don't mean to be facetious. Believe me, excuse me. We have these terms. Well, the truth is something different. All these religious terms we have, how we learn to spin it this way and make it seem that way. A lot of people must understand that you may get messages from people about certain people, to do things for certain people. Do you really believe that this is the God? Because even in your good books, all 6,600 of these different good books, different religions on planet Earth, 6,600 something. Yeah, like Christianity is one. Like it's 6,000 religions, over 4,500 recognized, another 2,000 that's not so recognized, making a total of 6,600 something. So what I'm saying is, in all those, it says that the dark forces, I don't even want to say the dude name, Lucifer, I'll say that one, I guess, is running things to achieve certain ways of ushering us to certain destinations in life. Only the ones that are able to rise above the many programs and be authentically gifted will elevate. This is why so many great individuals get enlisted to administer the program. Athletes, entertainers, great speakers. Now we got social media influencers and stuff. It is what it is. And it's not just to enjoy a certain life. It's to work with God to rise the ones that are deserving of elevation, and to set the program on all angles. That's about as nice as I can put it right now. Be authentic. This is the way we get recognized. We get separated. Because if you're just like the other person, it's pretty hard to gain any notoriety, because it's like you're trying to pattern yourself after someone else that already did it. You will never be as great as that person if you don't forge a level of authenticy within. I want to say I love you and I thank you for tuning in. My name is Leon Meredith, and this is Foundation for Elevation Station. Be authentic.